Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chair Yoga. It's great to have you here today. It's a beautiful day in October, my favorite month. It's a wonderful time to think about things that we've been holding on to for a while that we maybe don't no longer need, much like a leaf. And I'm going to talk about this all month long. So it's just a great lesson to be reminded that sometimes we hold on to things far too long, and the leaf has served its purpose and it's time to let go. We're going to have a great practice today. I'm excited to share some things with you as we move our body and really connect with our breath. It's a beautiful time to kind of go back inward. I love fall for its change, and it's a great time to go inside, and we spend the next few months sort of hibernating and nestling in, despite a lot of changes and a lot of things that are coming in our world, like holiday season and other things that are just going on in this season of our life. So it's really important to have a good, solid practice. And the thing I hear the most is that it's hard to have a home practice. So the fact that you have logged in and that you're committed to this is absolutely fabulous. So here's what I want. I want you to find a chair and make sure that the chair, if possible, has no arms. So this is going to give us the freedom to do a little bit of movement by lowering our arms. We're going to come into feelings of flight today, feelings of sort of the change of season, that wind that comes and just the change, and then find some settling in and letting go. So the whole month we're going to be doing some flow and some yin style, and yin style is where we hold postures for a little bit longer. So welcome, great to have you. Go ahead and sit as tall as you can, and don't use the back of your chair. Sit close to the edge of the chair, and that's going to create this beautiful sense of support through the core. Take your arms up, get a big good morning stretch or good afternoon. Grab a wrist and pull it up and over. Immediately start to take note of where you feel this. Come back to center, grab your other arm and pull. Feel that through the side body. And then come back to center and lower your arms. We're going to stack our arms like fire logs today. We're just going to begin with slight twist. And as we get a little bit bigger, we start to move the spine a little bit more, getting a little bit deeper into the twist. You'll do 3 more of these. And 2. And last one, stack the firewood. Now, what would happen if you switched arms? Just feel. Maybe you get a different sensation depending on how far you twist. It's a beautiful thing. You can play with arm placement, feet placement, and really change the sensation. 2 more. Beautiful. Now, splay your arms out wide as you can, palms facing to the back. So my arms are as long as I can possibly be. This is supporting my core. And then I'm going to push and pull. So I really open the chest and release. Push and pull. Now think, how long can your arms get? Can you reach to the edges of your room? 2 more. So nice. And lower your arms. So what we do is when we put our bodies into shapes and we begin to move them, we start to bring an awareness to the present moment. And that's what I love about this practice, is that when we're paying attention to what we feel, we're not thinking about the future. We're not thinking about the past. We are completely thinking about right now. And that's an awesome thing. Go ahead and rest your hands on top of your thighs or even cup them around your kneecaps. I like to push my fingertips into that little soft spot underneath my kneecap. Now I'm going to pull my belly in and round my spine a lot. So this is a beautiful posture called cat pose, stretching the spine. Tuck your chin a lot. Then we're going to reverse it. So push your belly forward. Keep going. Start to draw a line with your nose up to the sky. So we have this sort of leaned back. And then we're going to round again. Pull the belly in, round, round, round. I'm going to turn so that you can see. So I'm rounding. And then I'm going to begin to lift my nose, lift my chin, arch back, and then round again. Remember, our spine moves in 6 directions. This is the final directions. We've twisted, we've taken side bends. You'll do this one more time. And then come back to a straight spine. So you can see posture. So I'm going to go ahead and stay this direction so that you can see where we're going to go. So the arms are going to go in front, and then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the shoulder forward and then pull the shoulder in. So I'm not really moving the arms at all. I'm using the shoulder girdle. So I'm going to reach and I'm going to pull back. Almost like a little trigger there. Pull back. You're going to do 5 of those. Pull. This is really creating the muscle structure that holds our posture straight, especially as we age or if we spend a lot of time working at a desk. 2 more. Pull back. Nice. Last one, arms down. So we're going to do the same thing above our head. And if you can't get both arms above your head, do one, or just follow along with your arms down. Okay, so the arms are going to go up if you can, and you will shrug your shoulders up by your ears and then tuck them into that girdle. So we go up and we tuck in. If your arms are down, it looks like this. We go up like we're saying, I don't know, and we pull way down. Up and down. You're going to feel some activity in the chest and in the shoulders. You have 2 more. Perfect. Last one. And tuck them way down. So a lot of times as we go through our day, our shoulders creep up. This creates tension in our neck. So the more we can lower our shoulders and get them down into that shoulder girdle, it's going to help create the space in the neck. So while we have a nice, long, tall neck, go ahead and drop an ear to a shoulder. And then come back up to center. Drop an ear to a shoulder. Come back to center. We're going to start to pick out of the sky, one arm at a time, reaching up and over. I like to say this is almost like we're picking apples out of the sky, but we're finding space through the side body and we're really beginning to reach higher. Keep going. This is also excellent for the brain. As we cross that imaginary midline of our body, start to reach way up and over. Way up and over. Keep your feet solid on the ground. We have 2 more like this. Last set here. And now we're going to take and we're going to cross in front of us like we're picking a berry off the bush. So we're going to pick and pull. Pick and pull. You can see now that the upper back is starting to twist. The belly is starting to get involved. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. 2 more. So nice. Last one. And now splay your arms out wide and lower them. Reach towards me, open wide, and lower them. Do you feel the shoulder? Reach to me, open wide, lower the shoulder. 2 more. Reach to me, open, and lower. Last one. Reach to me, open, and then lower. Beautiful. Let's move down into our belly for a little bit. So we're just going to rest our hands on our knees or our thighs. I'm going to start that circular motion here. This is a great time to close your eyes, to feel your body move. And I would say, given how busy our mind can be, given how busy our lives can be, try to keep your circles slow. For some of us, this can cause some dizziness. So we want to make sure that we're stable in our chair and knowing that the dizziness is really okay. It's temporary and the brain is doing a lot of work here. And now pause and reverse your directions. Nice and slow. This is excellent for the brain. It's excellent for our balance system. So you can feel, I'm hoping, the sense of calm. And what's really nice to remember is that when we have a baby that's crying and upset, the caregiver will typically rock the baby. We're simply bringing that same sensation of comfort and harmony back inside of us. 2 more. So nice. Last one. Sit really tall. And if you need to take a moment to get centered again, let the dizziness kind of wash down you, that's totally fine. So we're going to move into our legs, and then I'm going to start this sequence of flight and movement, and then we're going to hunker in. So go ahead and lean back against the back of your chair. You can see how far forward I sit on the edge of my chair. I can really get a nice reclined position. I'm going to bring a knee in and squeeze. Now, if you can't get your leg all the way up here, just grab it underneath and give it a little squeeze. The more that you do this, the higher the knee will go. So we're going to go ahead and lower the knee just a little bit and then start to squeeze it in. So we're going to feel some hip action here. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Just feeling the body. And now we're going to begin to make some circles. So we drop it open, lower it, and pull it up through the center. So our hip joint is a ball and a socket. So what we're doing right now is rotating the ball within the socket, and that creates synovial fluid, which helps lubricate the joint so that we're not as stiff when we get up. You'll do 2 more. So nice. Now bring the knee in as close to the chest as you can and begin to straighten just a little bit. We're just going to hinge the knee. We're not going to come into a full straighten today until we get down to the floor and we move our legs on the floor. We're not getting on the floor. So go ahead and just hinge it softly, easily. Nice. And now rotate your ankle a few times, draw some circles. And then you'll lower that leg, and we're going to do the whole thing with the other side. So for this one, I'm going to grab it a little bit closer. So I'm going to squeeze it in and then lower it. Squeeze it in. Sometimes we use a strap to help us with this. No strap this week, just our bodies. 2 more. Pull it in. Last one. Pull it in. And now let's start the circles. Dip it into the middle. Pull it all the way around, open hip. So you can feel the sensation inside of our body, inside of our hip of rotating. Even if you have had an artificial hip replacement, this is excellent for the tissues and the muscles that surround that beautiful joint. You'll do 3 more. And 2. And last one. So here's where we're going to find that hinging action. Not a full straighten, just some hinging. Letting the knee open and close. Getting some fluid into that joint. 2 more. Perfect. Now go ahead and sit tall. Take your legs wide. Wide, like I often say, we're riding a horse. So legs are really wide. And I'm going to drop my right arm onto my right thigh. You can see that I create this openness here. I'm going to reach back from my chair with my left hand and just hook my arm over it. So now I'm getting a nice twist. I'm going to turn and look to the back. You should feel this into the hip, into the back. Beautiful. Now bring your eyes back to me and take your back arm, your left arm, and reach it up to the sky. Once it gets as high as it can go, reach towards your ear. You should feel a big stretch through the left side. Nice. Let's do the other side. Left elbow is going to rest on the left thigh. I'm going to take my right arm and just loop it back over my chair. You can see I just have my wrist there hooking onto my chair. Then I'm going to turn to the back. So nice. Bring your eyes back to me. Back arm, your right arm goes up as high as it can go. We create the space. And then we go up and over towards the ear, really bend. So beautiful. I hope you feel that deep stretch. Now bring your right arm down. We're going to rest both arms on our legs like we're watching a football game. And then I want you to take your hands to the floor. I'll come with you. Go ahead and lean forward, touch the floor. You should feel a stretch in your back. Now tuck your chin and look at your belly. Slowly begin to rise and sit tall. Isn't that nice? That's a beautiful warm up. Okay, so we're going to come into this idea of flight and movement. And I want you to think of beautiful tree. I went on a walk this morning and there was an oak leaf that was just about that big. It was so beautiful in its perfection of red, orange, and gold. It's just absolutely magical. But in order for it to fall off the branch, there has to be a little bit of movement in the tree, and that's a beautiful thing. Sometimes we complain so much about wind, but wind is really designed to help us get rid of what we don't need. And if we can think of wind in those terms, it's a beautiful way to go outside on a windy day, open up your arms as if you're a tree branch, and just let the wind move through you. It's a beautiful practice. So we're going to take our arms out at an angle-ish. So I'm not reaching straight front in front to you. I'm kind of reaching around my computer, if you will. And I'm going to start to lift my nose, take a breath. When I exhale, I'm going to lean forward and sweep my arms back like wings. Let's try that again. You will inhale, reach forward, look up. Exhale, sweep back, lean forward. Do it again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach back. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Maybe get bigger. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and hold. Okay, so the arms are up at an angle, but they're not above our head. They're reaching in front. This is going to activate the core here. So once we get our arms up in that sort of Y shape, we're going to lean and pull back. So it's a tiny little pulse. I want you to feel some strength happening in your low back and in your belly. Keep reaching. 5 more. Lean. Beautiful. 3, 2, last one, and then we pause, lower our arms. We're going to do the same action with the arms behind us. So take them out to the Y shape, lean forward to me, and now pull back just a little bit. Lean forward to me, pull back. Let's do 5 more. Should be feeling some thighs here, definitely the back, strong arms. We have 2 more. So nice. Last one. And then we lower our arms, pause, maybe roll our head around. So you're going to feel a lot of strength happening in the upper quadrant of our upper back. And that's where posture comes in. So if our upper back is weak, we're likely going to slouch. Having the upper body strong creates that length in the spine. And as we know, when we have length in our spine, our lung capacity can fully inflate. If we're slouched over, our lungs have squished. We're not getting enough oxygen to our brain, which makes us cranky, makes us sleepy. We want to take a nap. We have no energy. So the more length in our spine, the better the oxygen gets into the brain, the better we feel in general. The research is also showing that a straight spine lowers the cortisol in our body, and the cortisol is that stress hormone that when we have too much of it for too many days in a row, or we have chronic stress in the body, it can lead to some very unfortunate things that we don't want. So just sitting tall lowers our cortisol. Simple fix. All right, I have crossed my right leg over my left, like I'm sitting with a skirt on. If that's not comfortable to you, just keep your legs as they are, or better yet, cross at the ankle. So I want to have a little bit of crossed action here. So cross at the ankle, unless you can cross at the knee. Crossing at the knee is a beautiful thing. Either way, you're going to squeeze the legs together. I like to say we've got a $100 bill between our legs or our ankles, and we don't want the wind to get it. So I want you to keep that compression. So we're going to build some strength in the legs. We're going to come into that flowing action again. So arms go up, take a breath, look up. Exhale, squeeze and lean over the bent legs. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, sweep. Do it again. Keep squeezing that $100 bill. We don't want to lose it in the wind. 2 more. So nice. Last one. Stay back. Arms go high. See if you can get your chest or your belly onto your bent right leg that's on top. See if you can find it. So nice. Now come on up, keep your legs crossed, arms come to a T. We're gonna tick-tock all the way around to the right. Once you get as far as your spine likes it, lower your arms. I have my back arm hooked on my chair. My front arm is on the outside of my right leg. So I'm in a deep twist. Now I'm gonna add the head. I'm gonna turn around and look to the back. Beautiful. Do you feel that? And then wind back to front. I'm going to take the whole thing to the other side. So uncross your legs. Left leg goes up and over the right. It could be at the ankle or the knee. Squeeze the legs together. Slip that $100 bill in between the legs or in between the ankles. Don't let it go. Reach your arms to a Y shape, not above your head, just towards me slightly. Now lift your nose, take a breath. Exhale, lean and sweep. Do that again. Inhale, lift your nose. Exhale, lean and sweep. 3 more. Follow your breath here. Let your belly touch your thigh. So nice. We're building strength in our upper back. This time that the arms are back, stay. Squish your belly on top of your thighs. Get a stretch through the hip and the back. Rise up, arms to a T. Turn to the left. Notice how straight the arms are. Lower the right arm to the outside of the left and hook your left on the back of your chair. Now turn all the way around to the left. Perfect. You will come back to center. Nice. Go ahead and uncross your legs. Beautiful. So all of the upper body work coupled with the twist, we should feel a little bit of energy here. So now we're going to move into some holding of postures a little bit deeper. We're going to take one more series of sort of that windy flow. Separate your legs a little bit and you can scoop your cheeks back onto your chair so you feel more stable. Arms are going to splay out to a T, but this time palms face up. Elbows are soft, so I'm not really rigid. I want to keep that space between my ears and my shoulders. So I don't want to have tension that's creeping my shoulders up. I just want to nestle them in. So we're going to take our right arm and go up and over, and then come back to the T shape. And we'll switch. Left goes up and over. You might even bend that elbow. Come back. We're just going to move side to side. Maybe getting a little bit deeper each time. And now let's add the breath. Arms to a T. Take a breath in. Exhale over. Inhale to a T. Exhale over. Inhale to a T. Do you feel that? Exhale over. Maybe close your eyes. Just keep moving. Up and over. Nice and slow. Here's where we go back to that idea. Maybe I'm holding on to a disappointment. Maybe I'm holding on to a worry that's creating some clutter in the mind. It's creating tension. What if I could just be like the branch and let go? You have 2 more. Up and over. Just feel your body move here. It should feel nice. Last set. Last side. Arms go out and then they lower. Beautiful. So my palms are face up, resting on my thighs. And I'm going to turn my toes out towards the corners here. And by doing that, I get a stretch through my inner thighs. So my palms are up. I'm going to actually put them on the inside of my knees and push. This creates some opening through the hips. I'm going to adjust my camera just so you can see. So my legs are wide, hands are on the inside, and I'm going to push, and then I'm going to release. I'm going to push, and then I'm going to release. I'm gonna do that 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, and now I'm gonna stay like this. Start to slide the arms down. Keep sliding, find your feet. Yeah, so now we're gonna stay. Here's where I want you to tuck your chin. Keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking, and stay just like that. Take a couple more breaths here. You should feel tension release through the neck and through the shoulders. And then slowly begin to come on up as slow as you can. So nice. I'm gonna go ahead and close my legs. We're gonna move into some deep leg stretches here. I'm gonna keep my camera turned down so you can see where we're gonna go. I'm gonna turn just ever so slightly. So my left leg is going to straighten onto the floor. My toes are up and my right knee is gonna stay. So I'm gonna aim my nose towards my toes. So I'm gonna lean forward. I'm gonna aim my nose towards my toes. It's not ever gonna get there, but that's okay. Keep aiming it towards the toes. Now take your nose towards your knee. Feel, 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 keep breathing. And now my nose is gonna go towards my belly. And here's where I stay. So we stay to let go. We stay to let the breath do the work. We stay with what even might be uncomfortable. To feel ourselves be willing to move into comfort, we must first be uncomfortable. Take a couple more breaths. And then slowly, 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 with the head being last, come on up. Keep your legs just like they are. Left leg is straight, right leg is bent. Take your left hand and reach it around towards your right thigh, the outside. And then your right arm is going to come around and loop over the chair again. So we're using the chair as sort of traction and leverage. I'm going to begin to turn my chest to the right. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Beautiful. Now start the process of winding back to front. Go slow. Bring the arm around slowly. Keep your legs just like they are. We're going to, again, go towards that left leg. The right hand's going to do the work. Take your right hand out in front. Turn slightly so we have a little bit of a twist here. And your right fingertips are going to aim towards your left toes. Maybe they reach, maybe they don't. If they don't reach, mine don't. Just lower your arm to the straight left leg. So we get a little deeper sensation here. Super slow, super careful. Begin to wind up. I'm going to take that entire series to the other side. So I'm going to turn just a little bit. You can stay facing me, but this way you can see exactly where we're going to be going. The right leg's going to go straight and the toes are up. Beautiful. Keep the left knee bent. Aim your nose towards your toes. Take a breath in, get tall here. And now hinge. Ooh, I feel that. I may not be able to go much further, but that's okay. I'm going to take a few breaths here. And then I might aim my nose towards my knee. I really feel it behind my leg. And then my nose goes towards my belly. And I stay and breathe, and I let gravity assist me in deepening the pose. You might even close your eyes. Tuck your chin. Just feel the tension leave your shoulders. Take 2 more breaths here. with the head being the very last to come up. Start to rebuild the spine. Come all the way up. Keep your legs like they are. Cross your right leg over your left. Reach around, hook the chair, and begin to spin to the left. You'll feel a deep twist in your belly. Remember, these are detoxifying. This gets rid of the sludge that makes us tired in our digestive tract. It is excellent for energy, for focus, for invigorating the body. The yogis believe the spine is where everything originates. So we want to make sure that we're working the spine. Come on back. You're going to take that final twisty stretch. Your left hand is going to reach across your body. You're going to aim for your right toes. Keep going, keep going. You'll never get there. It's okay. This isn't about perfection. Take your left hand and lower it to your right leg and drop your chin. Beautiful. Slowly begin to rise. I'm going to keep my camera at an angle so that you can see the options here. So for some of us, we're just going to cross at the ankle and open the legs. So I've created this wide diamond shape. My hips are going to feel a nice stretch. Some of us are going to be here. We can also come here. So those are your options. We have space between our legs, either here or here. So start with the right leg and go ahead and get it where you want it to be. Once you get it where you want it to be, and I'll show you both options, you're going to sit tall and you're going to rock side to side. So I'm just moving on my sitting bones, but each time I rock, I feel a nice stretch through my hip. So if I have my feet crossed at the ankle, I'm simply rocking side to side, side to side. My right leg is over my left. Beautiful. Now we're going to stay center. Make sure you're on the chair. It was a little bit too close. And then you're going to lean forward over your legs. So wide here, the ankles crossed, or a full figure four stretch. You're going to feel your back. You're going to feel your hip. Lower your chest towards your legs, tuck your chin. And here's where we hold again. We'll take about 5 breaths here. Breathing into the uncomfortable. Remember, in order to be comfortable, we have to be uncomfortable. We have to be willing to let go. We have to be willing to release the tight grip that we hold on so many things. And then slowly come on up. So we're going to take that to the other side. So you'll slip your right leg off, take your left over your right, or your left over your right. Once you find your position, sit really tall through the trunk and rock side to side. Okay, so it's a little bit easier to rock the legs all the way up, but if it's just crossed at the ankle, you can still move side to side. I'm just moving on my cheeks here, side to side. Beautiful. And now you'll come back to center and you're going to aim your belly towards the bent legs. Keep coming, and keep coming. So good. Nice stretch. Now lower your chin. Close your eyes and breathe. Start to come up slowly. And you will uncross your legs. I'm going to take one more position on the horse so the legs go wide, toes turn out. I'm going to reach forward towards me and then lower my arms. So if your fingers don't touch the floor, it's no big deal. You can be halfway. Try to get deep into the back and then tuck your chin. You should feel a nice stretch for your low back here. You might even hunker down a little bit more, bending the elbows, tucking the chin. Beautiful. Now remember, Head's last. We start to come up. Keep coming. And then lower the head. When we began our practice together today, we started out with the shoulder girdles. And I want to come back to that as we get ready to close the practice. So when we find ourselves in stress or tension, we naturally do this. Too many days of this, lungs are squished, tension in the top of my shoulders, start to get headaches. We start to get a lot of tension in our neck. We feel the grinding in our jaw. We feel the pressure in our heart. And so when we come to those shoulder girdles, and we can pull from the back, it immediately makes our heart come forward and our shoulders fall down away from our ears. And you can see my lungs are fully able to inflate versus this. Okay, so I want you to think about the shoulder girdles, and we're going to shrug our shoulders up by our ears and then pull them down and get them in there. Now take the shoulders forward, pull them back. So remember, in the beginning of the practice, we might have had our arms out in front. We were doing the same thing. Just now rest your hands in your lap. We go shoulders forward and back, shoulders up and back and down. Just play with this, okay? So you might feel a little bit of soreness in the coming days because it's not often that we actually counter reverse the roundedness of our shoulders. So we're going to get a nice stretch here as we come towards closing. Bring your right elbow in front, and then your left hand is going to grab towards the tricep. We're going to pull that arm across our body. So now we're getting a big stretch for the shoulder blade on the right side. Beautiful. Now bring the elbow back to front. Hand goes up. We're going to go up and over, and we pull. So now we get a nice stretch. Let's try that again. Right elbow goes in front. We pull with the left hand. We really create space. Then we bring the right elbow back, lift the fingers, and go up and over. Isn't the shoulder fascinating how it moves? It's absolutely fascinating. Let's do it one more time. Remember, fluid in the joint. That's what we want. Pull. Come back to center. Flip the fingers up and over we go. Beautiful. If that is uncomfortable, you can do it without holding on. We're just going up, patting ourselves on the back, and then crossing, patting ourselves on the shoulder. Let's try the other arm. Start with the left elbow in front, grab it with the right hand, pull, get a nice stretch. Beautiful. Come on back, flip the fingers up, and it goes up and over. Oh, that feels so good. Come back, flip, pull, come back, fingers up. Last time. Now try it without the other arm. We cross, we return, we flip, we pat ourselves on the back. So it's just finding movement in your body that works for you. So your shoulders should feel good. We'll take a few more shoulders. Take your right arm out to a T, just your right. Now bring it all the way across your body. Beautiful. Take your left arm and pull. Feel that? It's so nice. Beautiful. Take your left all the way across. Grab it. Pull. Should feel amazing. And lower it. Nice. Go ahead. Bring your legs directly from the hip. Start to hinge forward. Rest your elbows. Just take a moment. Beautiful practice. We had the movement of flow, and we had that inhaling and exhaling to create some of that energy that it's time to let go of something. It's time. It's okay. We mimicked wind on a fall day where the leaves let go. And I want you to think about it in the coming weeks. Is there something that you're holding on to that maybe it served a great purpose months ago? Maybe there was some some worries that you had that led to a solution or a new idea or finding a different path to take. Sometimes we need to be in the uncomfortable to get into the comfortable. And so that's where that process of letting go comes in, where we feel something. And for today, we felt behind the knee, we felt the deep stretch. We allowed ourselves to be uncomfortable to then get comfortable. And that's a beautiful gift. So as you move through the week, play with the leaves, look at the leaves, crunch the leaves. Know that they have served a purpose, much like many of the things that we go through as humans. They serve a purpose. It's hard in the moment to see what the purpose always is, but there's a purpose. All right, my friends, have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. Take care.